Hello and welcome guys and welcome to this short vlog. And yes, the result is round the corner. Very soon we'll be able to hear that. So I qualified CMA and yes, I am a CMA now. I'm a professional now and you will be heading towards the much coveted campus placements of CMA. Hold on. Just before you approach the campus placement of CMA, you need to be really ready for the once in a lifetime opportunity that you will get. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity which every professional gets, and it has to be availed, it has to be utilized to the best of your ability. Because if you miss out on this opportunity, finding a job off campus is not that difficult or something like that, but yes, you'll face some challenges. It's better that we prepare from today itself, we prepare ourselves for the campus placement. I know the results are not out as yet, but still with a hope and a pray that you will be able to qualify your examination. We'll start our preparation for the CMA campus placement. And here I am with some of my experiences, some of my tools, some of my and ammunition that will be really critical for you to qualify in this campus placement and get a dream job, get a dream company of your choice. So yes, your results are around the corner. Soon as your results are out, you'll be in a party mode. You'll be partying hard, of course, but don't lose sight of your goal. Ultimate goal is getting a good career. The ultimate goal is getting a good company, getting a good job profile, getting a good package. That is the ultimate goal for which you have been craving for in the last 4 years while going berserk over studies. Okay, just focus on your goal and come out of the party mode as soon as you get into it. So get into it for sure. Deserves a party, calls for a grand celebration. Okay, book tickets to Goa. No holding back for sure. But keep a sight on all these things because campus will be just 3 months away. And after the result, within 3 months, within next 2 months, you should be prepared for the campus placement. That is the reason why I'm here with you for drafting a strategy for how campus should be attempted. So guys, the broad procedure of campus is that, as soon as you qualify, you'll be given some 10-20 days. You'll have to fill your campus placement form, fill all the things truly. Whatever you've done, wherever you've done your articleship from, how many marks have you scored, first attempt, second attempt, rank, no rank, everything is required to be filled in that campus placement form. Fill in that form, attend the PPOP, pre-placement orientation program of the institute. That is mandatory to be attended by you. Wherever you can attend it, near to your home, guys. No need to go to Mumbai, fly down. I've seen people flying down to Mumbai from Delhi. Some Mumbai campus placement is better, so Kolkata campus placement is better. Guys, nothing of that sort. Give your PPOP at the place where you are staying or nearby. Okay, if you don't have a PPOP happening in your state, then come to a nearby state. So attempt campus placement around your state. And yes, one thing is there that attempting campus in the big metropolitans is always preferable because the number of vacancies are more in metropolitan. So you can choose that yes, I will travel to the nearest metropolitan. PPOP will happen, then your first round of interview will happen, then you will be shortlisted for certain companies, your interviews will happen, and the process will go on. So no need to worry about the process. As soon as the process will be continued, the things will be intimated to you. That is not a problem at all. Okay, now coming on to how to prepare for the campus, how to be ready for the campus, what steps needs to be taken to be ready for the campus, what are the steps to be taken to really excel the campus. That is what is the point of discussion today. So I've divided my discussion into 2 parts. First, curriculum related portions. In your course curriculum of CMA Final, what all subjects you have to re-revise for your campus placement. And re-revise means you don't have to do the entire subject again threadbare, do all the practical questions, but at least you should be aware about the basic terminologies, basic concepts you should be aware about. Okay, so talking about the curriculum which you have in your CMA Final, direct tax, indirect tax, these are 2 taxes which are there in your syllabus. Yes, provisions of GST should be quickly gone through by you. Customs you can leave. Okay, customs is not that important, but GST and direct tax, indirect tax, especially PGBP and assessment procedures, these are 2 areas which are very practically used in every company. So these are the key areas of your study. So PGBP and assessment procedures, plus as much as you can do capital gains, then advanced tax, anything which is related to your income tax preparation, computation, ITRs, everything you should do in your direct taxation. And indirect taxation, of course, exemptions, computation, how computations are made, how are ITCB availed, what is block credit, etc., etc. All these things are required to be done. Then very important topic which you should be aware about in your campus, and I've also seen many students getting questions from this particular subject: SFM, strategic financial management. So what is IRR? What is NPV? Sometimes we've done such difficult questions of SFM that we forget about the simple meanings or simple definition, that what is IRR. We forget its meaning, we forget its definition. Sometimes this happens a lot. Okay, so strategic financial management, please go through the entire subject threadbare. Please go through the entire subject well in detail. You should go through this entire subject, because this subject, a question from this subject can come in your examination, guys. This is a very important subject, and from exam standpoint, this subject can hold. From a interview standpoint, this subject can be a game changer for you, because many companies ask question from SFM. Okay, then IFRS or Ind AS in accounting. Yes, in accounting areas, standards are the most important thing. You should be aware about the standards. Okay, those typical holding subsidiary entries, or those are not very relevant. Joint venture entries, not very relevant, but the accounting standards which are there, be it IFRS, Ind AS or Indian accounting standards, that you should be aware about, because examiner might ask you questions around those standards. That is very important. Then cost audit, of course, since you are a CMA, cost and management accountant, and cost audit is a monopoly of CMAs. Only CMAs can do cost audit in India. Because of that reason, cost audit takes the forefront. Cost audit takes the front seat, and cost audit becomes the strength, becomes the first pillar of your preparation. So yes, cost audit is a very important area. Particularly in cost audit, two things are important: the rules and the cost accounting standards. These are two areas which are very important. Okay, so if you do these two areas, you are done with cost audit. Need not do those theoretical questions, those theoretical chapters like management audit, operational audit. No, they are not relevant. Only the rules and the cost accounting standards. So the interviewer can ask you questions from cost audit, since you are an expert in cost audit and you have monopoly in cost audit. CMAs have got monopoly in cost audit. That is the reason why cost audit is very important. SCM, of course, costing and cost control areas. So if you are giving interview in say Nestle would offer you a profile of a cost manager. They have got a costing department. Over there, SCM will be the most relevant and important subject for you. So guys, the preference will also depend on which company are you being interviewed at and what profile are they offering. If they're offering accounting profile, then IFRS becomes the most important subject. If they're offering taxation profile, direct tax becomes the most important subject. So when an offering comes, then of course you will focus on any one or two of them. But till the time offering is not there in your hands, until the time you're just contemplating or preparing for campus, do all these subjects. Companies Act is very important in law. Companies Act. Okay, although a question being asked from Companies Act is remote, least priority to law, but yes, law is also relevant. Okay, so this is the curriculum which you need to be prepared with. Should be well versed with the basic theoretical provisions, and then guys, when a company calls you, then you can brush up those sector which are relevant from a company standpoint. For example, I've told you Nestle, they'll offer a costing profile. Do your SCM best, do your SCM to the core and to the greatest possible extent when you are being offered a position in Nestle. SCM is very important in Nestle. Okay, that is your curriculum. Now coming on to some extras. Okay, now let me be very frank to you. Merits are not the only thing which interviewer will see in you, because something about section 43B, every person will be able to tell it. Okay, to the interviewer. PGBP, every person will be able to tell it. What is IRR, every person might be able to tell it. Okay, so this is very common. Merits is very common, and it is expected from you. This is the least which interviewer will expect from you, that at least you will be aware about your course curriculum. Okay, so this is not enough. No, this is not enough for campus placement. In fact, I would say that more weightage will be given to that side. More weightage will be given to your skill set. What is skill set? Skill set is how can you apply your theoretical knowledge at work for the benefit of the company. How can you apply it? Do you have the necessary practical knowledge? Do you have the necessary practical skills? Do you have the communication power to communicate well within your organization? Do you have good presentation skills, like in Microsoft PowerPoint? Do you have PowerPoint presentation? Can you make a PowerPoint presentation? The basic one. So these skills will define you in your campus placement. Your curriculum might not define you enough, but these skills will define you a lot. So this is the area where you need to work more than this area, because this area I'm assuming that you are already good at, because you've qualified your CMA examination. If you've qualified your CMA examination, you're already good at it. So where do you have to focus now? That area. Extras. Number one, curriculum vitae. Curriculum vitae is CV, which is the the pamphlet of yours, of your product. You are a product. Assume that you are a product. I'm a marketing person. You are my product. I have to publicize about you. So I'll create a pamphlet about you and I'll circulate it in market. Just like advertisement. So curriculum vitae is your advertisement. It should be as flashy as possible, as wholesome as possible, as attractive and as lucrative as possible, but no, cannot be stating a false statement. Mind it. If it is stating a false statement, then it will get back onto us. So curriculum vitae should be drafted in a very, very clever in an intelligent way, so that all the positives are disclosed to the interviewer or the HR person. All the benefits or the positive things about you are disclosed over there, barring the negatives and barring the false statement. There shouldn't be any false statement in the first step is prepare a good curriculum vitae for yourself, and today only. Don't wait for the result. Prepare a good curriculum vitae. In Google, just find out formats for curriculum vitae. There are several formats for curriculum vitae. Find out those formats. I've also done a video for CMA internship articleship students for curriculum vitae. Watch that video. I'll put it in I button above. Watch that video, and that video will have contents on how to create a curriculum vitae. So prepare a good curriculum vitae till your exam results are being declared. Second, general affairs. Guys, it's not good to remain in a well. A frog which is there in a well, he won't have wholesome knowledge of the world. So if you want to have wholesome knowledge of the world, come out of the well. Come out of these syllabus. And that is what is the expectation of any interviewer who's interviewing you. So general awareness about what kind of industry practices are being followed, what is happening in the industry, what mergers and acquisitions are happening, what's happening in other economies, what's happening in the company as a whole. So if you are being interviewed for Nestle, you should be aware that, what were the last projected financial results. What is the turnover of the company in the last, as per the last financials. You should be aware about that fact. You should be aware about this fact that Nestle has opened another factory in so and so area. And all these information are available in public on the website of Nestle. Or whatever, L&T, if you are being interviewed for L&T, you should be aware where has L&T stepped into in India the latest quarter. What is their quarter results? You should be aware about that. So general awareness about the company, about the economy, everything is very, very important. So from today itself, start reading Economic Times from beginning to the end. Start reading it threadbare. Because if you don't read it, then you will not be privy to the general knowledge of economy as a whole, general knowledge of the world as a whole. So general knowledge is one thing which is very much an add-on to your profile. And if you are able to convince your interviewer well that yes, even if you are not aware about these things in detail, then also you are a smart enough chap to unfold all the all the things efficiently, you'll be selected. General affairs is one thing which you need to work on starting today. Communication skills, very, very important, guys. Communication skills is really important. And by communication skills, I do not mean that you should be able to speak Shakespeare in English. That's not the expectation. Communication skills is not about speaking in English. Communication skills is about communicating your thoughts well to the other person, either in Hindi or in English. It's not a problem. In the interview also, you can tell to the interviewer that, sir, I would like to answer this particular question in Hindi. That's okay. It's really okay to speak in Hindi in the interview as well. So no need to grasp with words in English if you're not fluent in English. No need to do that. But your communication skills should be effective. Your thought process should be effective. You should be able to communicate without fumbling, okay, without hesitating, with confidence. Eye-to-eye contact should be there. And to improve communication skills, a plethora of videos which are available on YouTube. Follow those videos. Read books. English is also essential to be known, guys. Read books, read English books, self-help books, read newspaper, mark out important English words, write it in a diary, write its meaning, and do a very good practice of English. So communication skills is one thing which definitely will embrace your entire personality, and it will highlight your personality like anything. And be confident. Confidence is one of the very important parts of communication. Be confident in yourself. You will be able to do it. You have been able to crack one of the most difficult examinations of the world. You'll be able to crack this interview. Confidence is also essential part of communication. MS Office, a bare minimum requirement. So students ask me, sir, should we learn Oracle? Should we learn SAP? No need. Because you never know. The company which you are entering, which ERP are they using, you never know that. So it's a waste to learn SAP or Oracle at this nascent stage. Whatever institute is teaching you as their mandatory program, you learn that, but add on Oracle, SAP, or Busy, Navision, I don't recommend that. I would recommend do courses on MS Office, Microsoft Office, which is Excel, Word, PowerPoint. These are three tools which every and any organization works on. There's no organization which cannot use, which do not use these three tools. These three tools are used everywhere, in every department, in every organization. So you must do courses on these tools. There are very, very, very reasonable courses available online. 599, 299, 999 courses are available on Microsoft Office, Excel, Word, PowerPoint. Practice yourself. Do basic, practice and learn the concepts and practice yourself. But please focus on this aspect. This is very, very important aspect which you can highlight in your interview as well. That you are aware about how to create a pivot, how to create a VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP. You should be able to know that. You would ask me, sir, what is pivot? It's a functionality in Microsoft Excel. VLOOKUP is a functionality in Microsoft Excel. So you should be aware about these things in Microsoft Office. So that is an important thing. Last extra, but not all the least extra, and yes, this is an important one, guys. There's a difference between expenditure and income. And I want to do some investment. What is an investment? Investment is something that is going to give you return. What is expenditure? Expenditure is something that will give you a very short-term result and it will go off, right? What is income? Income is that you are going to earn in future. I want you to do an investment. What investment? I want you to invest in clothes. Guys, there should not be a situation where you are being presented as a CMA, AIR 21st, first attempt qualified, intermediate and final, and your shirt is not looking nice. Your shirt is little faded. Your shirt is not pressed well, ironed well. So I would sincerely recommend all the boys and all the girls out here, please invest in your clothes, formal clothes. And why I'm emphasizing on investment? Because you will say, sir, it's too much of an expenditure. We are not going to do this expenditure, which once we'll start earning, then we'll do this expenditure. Guys, I'm not asking you to do an expenditure. I'm asking you to do an investment so that you can earn come from it. It's an investment. This is not an expenditure. Just like you purchase classes, that was an investment, not an expenditure. Similarly, purchasing good clothes, at least one pair of good clothes, a good tie, a shirt, light colored shirt, dark colored trouser, you should buy for yourself. Absolutely fitting, absolutely good. That should look good on you. That investment you must make before your campus placement. Many students shy away from doing this, guys. I've seen many students who say that, so I already have many shirts. Having many shirts is not relevant. Having that one perfect shirt that will make a big impression is relevant. Do you have that? If yes, perfect. If no, please buy it. And a formal one. I don't want a flowery shirt, okay? I don't want a shirt where heart is given. You can go to your sweetheart and wearing that shirt, but not to an interview. Interviewer doesn't want your hearts. So invest in a good shirt, a light color shirt, preferably white color, good cotton stuff, and starched, ironed properly, trousers, a good belt, shoes, formal shoes, socks, tie. This package should be perfect. And I'm not asking you to buy 3-4 of them. No, buy 1 or 2, that's it. But invest in yourself. Just see how presentable will you be, because the golden rule of campus placement or golden rule of interviews are first 20 inches, first 20 minutes, first 20 words, interview is over. So many times, in 90% of the times, when first 20 inches is seen, okay, first 20 words, how do you walk up? How do you walk up to them? Do you ask for permission while sitting? You sit, okay, your entire tire is visible. The interviewer is making a judgment for you. He is continuously judging you. That judgment should have a positive impact. And the first positive impact is of the impression. What impression are you making on the interviewer? Impression should be good. Your beard should be absolutely trimmed. Should not be, long. It should be very, very presentable. So be presentable. Invest in yourself. Just pull out your formal clothes and see if they are worth it. If they are good enough, they shouldn't be faded. They shouldn't be torn off, or they shouldn't be worn out. And if they are so, perfect. Otherwise, please do some investment on yourself. Please buy some good formal clothes for your interviews. And yes, if you follow these tips, you are absolutely set for the campus placement. You're gonna rock it. And yes, we're gonna get good campus placement. We're gonna rock the corporate world with amazing packages. You're going to climb the ladder of the corporate world to the pinnacle level, to the zenith level with superb packages, and that is what we want. On that positive note, with all the gyan which I've given you on campus placement, hoping that your result becomes really amazing. And once you get through the result, please come back on this video to say that, sir, we have qualified CMA. And then when you get a placement, then come back to this video and say, sir, we got the placement in so-and-so company with so-and-so package. It will be really wonderful to see you back. Okay. On that positive note, all the very best and happy studying.